Hello everyone, and welcome back to the American Dairy Farm. We are wrapping bales. So that field by the farm there that we ended up putting our grass into the silo with, the remaining amount that I mentioned in that last video that we weren't going to do, we left there and we ended up picking it up with a round baler and baling it. And we ended up getting, I think, 13 bales out of that, which I'm really surprised. So I went to town and rented a bale wrapper, and we're just about done here with this. And these bales are going to be fed to our beef cows. So we are going to be getting a few more beef cows. We're going to be, I think, hopefully upgrading at least 15. So that's going to be quite a bit. But especially with our feed capacity right now, we want to add more cows. We can afford it. We might as well do it. Thus, actually, luckily we have the land to make some extra money, not only on dairy side, but on the row crop side. We're making some pretty good money. So we want to keep things going as far as cattle. We just baled our hay in the field to my right here, which I'll show you in a minute. Just baled that field over there, and we ended up getting 20 bales out of there, so we had a good crop there. I think last time it was like 17 or 18 bales, or same size bales, and we ended up getting 20. I did miss a little bit there, but 20 bales out of there, so I'm pretty happy with that. The thing that we're gonna do now is I'm gonna come in here after I'm done wrapping, but the skid steer, since I have it down here, and I am going to pick up all the bales, load them up on the gooseneck, and then I'm going to spread some manure in here while it's just freshly cut, and we're going to take care of that right away, because our holding tank is getting back up there again, of course, being it is now the second week in June. Chores already done this morning. We are going to end up getting rid of a couple Holstein cows as well. We've had them since we've operated the farm here, and they're at their max for milking. So we are going to get rid of them and move some more into the barn. So we'll still keep milking the same capacity. And let's see if we can get this. I think I know how to operate this. I got a little lesson up there when I went to pick it up. So now we should, that pushes the bale out. That's the last bale, and I should be able to move it from there. Once that goes back, I will fold up the front rollers there, and then they're going to come pick this up. I've got to call them, but I'm pretty sure they'll have it picked up by this afternoon. There. Turn that off. We don't want that running. There. There's our bales. That's pretty cool. Alright, so I am just going to get it in there and load up all them bales down in there, and then we'll get back at you when we start spreading some manure. Alright, we got all the bales loaded up on the trailer here, wrapped down. So we are going to leave them up by the farm because they are actually going to go into our hay shed. So they will get unloaded into there. I'll use the New Holland there to unload them. For now, I'm not going to worry about it. Leave them strapped. I'll leave all that hooked right up and we'll unload them in here. The only issue is we still have, I said, last year's crop, so we're going to figure a couple things out, and getting some more cows will help eliminate some of this feed, which is a good issue, I guess, in a way. We'll use the T6 here to unload the bales in here. I got the New Holland skid steer still down there. I'll bring up later on. And then we'll get into the other New Holland, and actually we're going to do the John Deere. Yeah, we'll do the John Deere. And we'll get a couple loads of manure out and spread on that hay field down there that we just cut in and baled out of. So we'll get some nitrogen in there. Being that we can't spread on any of our other fields right now, it's best to do that so we can get at least a couple loads out. Now we got that new spreader too. It holds a little bit more, so that'll be nice. But I'm gonna go get loaded up, and then we'll catch you guys back out in the field. Alright, so we got our first full load of manure here in our new spreader. And you can tell the difference already with the weight. Now that we're holding a lot more, you can tell it actually a little bit pushing the tractor around a little bit, but we do have the braking system on this manure spreader as well, so it's not going to be as bad. But and getting it out of that pit too, we actually had it down there a little bit just to pull because we had the pipe back in there. That was actually kind of a struggle. So definitely we could have used the other New Holland there, and that would have helped out a little bit, but it's alright. But it is a beautiful summer day here. 83 degrees is the high for today. Yesterday was 93. So it's definitely a beautiful day here. Yeah, and I know it's disappointing seeing that in there. I should have grabbed all that. I don't know why I didn't. But we're going to start here on the end. And let's see if I remember how to do this. Turn it on. And it should apply its own rate. I have that nice fancy John Deere sensor up there on top that costs a lot. Third person view here. Laying a nice layer. Once again, we're not laying too thick. If we were, we'd be going a lot slower as well. Did go over a little bit, but we're going to stay right in here. Actually, good width here. Yeah, and this should help out a lot too. We're gonna kind of get in the habit of doing this after we cut any hay off the ground. Get in there and spread some manure on it. With our capacity going up too, we're not completely emptying the tank, and we want to make sure that's empty every year. At least get that pretty much bone dry to one point. So. But obviously we can't spray in our fields because we'd be destroying the crop, especially with the amount of weight we got and these big tires on the back. You can see we're about half full. You can see in the tank there, it's got that needle. We're about half full right now, or half empty. So we're doing pretty good. And we're just going to coat this field here, and the other field I'll work on here as well later on. Moving pretty good too, so turn too sharp there. We almost did. We'll go down here and then we'll come up and get that middle piece there. We're going to overlap some, but it won't be real too bad. Not running GPS on this field. Don't usually run GPS when we do manure. And we're about empty. Any minute now. Kicking off any minute. Second, I should say. And I did miss a bale. Hold up here. Oh, we're out. I did miss a bale. And you got manure on it. Ah, that's alright. Just take you and set you off. I'm going to set it here so I know I'll pick it up in a later time. Ah, it's a beautiful scene there. Alright, let's go back up and I'm going to refill this and then I'll be back down here in the field again and we'll spray it off again. Alright, we're back. I can hear my precision farming, my nitrogen levels. This is what we're monitoring here. And so I did hire help here on doing that field to my left, that cornfield. And you can see here, I thought they completed the field. They went around, did a headland pass, and then they completely missed this whole part. I guess I should have maybe checked that, but that's something I got to take care of. One part of the field's going to have a better yielding corn than the other, probably. But well, then the other thing that I'm thinking about we're going to do here on this episode, while we can get it in, is we are going to be looking at our cows and checking out what we're going to be getting rid of. We have some cows that are 3 or 4 years old, I believe, now, according to the game, that we're going to be getting rid of. Some Holsteins. We have some heifers that we're going to be looking at getting rid of that just ain't turning out. We get rid of a couple of them, so we're going to load up basically our gooseneck cattle trailer and take about a load in. But that money we'll get from them, which won't be much, we'll end up getting more cows back. So, which our reproduction, we had 9 calves that we just took out of the hutches, so they'll be into, won't be long, we'll be getting them into the barn and milking them. This is actually handling really well with these hills here. Yeah, so we're about half right now again. We'll most likely be finishing this field up here on this tank, and then I'll go refill a couple more and I'll take care of the other hay field that we got. And then I got some other work I got to do here. I got to unload the bales that I did there. I'm going to unload them this afternoon after chores probably. Just to get them off the trailer. Come back, pick up the skid steer. All that back to the farm. Because I usually use the New Hollander at the front loader to come down here and feed cows. I don't take the skid steer all the way down here because it's quite a drive with that. So, and I don't quite really have the money to buy another skid steer just for down here for feeding cows. I don't think that's necessary, unless I can get one at auction pretty cheap, but they're running with even with high hours, they're running pretty good money, so farmer can never have enough skid steers, I swear. We got this, basically this little piece left. And I believe we got it all. We'll have to check our map here and see Or might be a little bit in that corner yet. I can't remember. All right. Take a look at our night. Oh yeah, we missed actually more than I thought. Gonna be close. I don't think quite gonna have enough to see where. Yeah, it'd be close. Oh yeah, I can see it now. Hard to see in first person that, but. Alright, we're gonna take a look at our cows and see what we got here. So the plan with our current cows that we're milking is basically the ones that are 42 months old, which is I think 3.5 years old. They're no longer producing the amount of milk that they should. So with that, they're drying up. We're having some issues. We're not producing the milk that we should. So we're going to be getting rid of them, which is actually a good chunk of our cows in the barn right now are 42 months old. We bought them all at the beginning of this. So we have 12 here that are 42. We have another 3 here that are 42 months. And then we have another 6, 17, and 12. So 95% of our milking cows right now are at the final stage, I would say. I mean, obviously a Holstein lives for a while, and then you can obviously still have milk at 5, 6 years. Some people say, or can have, but the heifers that we have, 20 of them here, are reproduction. They're about ready to have one, some of them. And don't mind the health here. I don't know why the health stays at 0 all the time. And we take care of them, feed them, do all that. I've tried multiple things to get this health up, and I can't. But don't mind that. They're healthy cows. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to be getting rid of quite a bit of cows. And we're looking at, I think it's 700 per cow is what that kind of number figures, I believe. So we're getting rid of these, and it's time to move them on. Thought about putting them into pasture and then swapping here. We have really not many in the pasture, which that's going to change. But we got 10 heifers here at 26 months. Healthy cows there. We got, obviously these are male. We're going to be getting rid of some of these. We don't need all these male Holsteins here. So we're going to be getting rid of some of these on our next episode. And then we have 19 here. They're all going to come in and we're going to replace them. So we're actually going to downsize a little bit from what we have currently, but we're also going to buy some already at the age that we want them to. Being that I fell behind a little bit on the cow side of things here as we got taking care of all the field work when worrying about that. So that is the things that we're going to do in 42 months. Yeah, we're going to be getting rid of a few cows. So, and then beef side of things, our Angus, we're going to be getting rid of none of them. We're going to keep them all another, so when they hit 42 months, which is at, I think it's 3.5 years, that's where we're going to be getting rid of our female, or our black Angus cows. We're going to get rid of them, and we're going to substitute for quite a bit more. We only have just shy of 20, not even 13 and 7 there. I think that's, yeah, that's it. So that's all we have for the beef cows. We're going to be getting rid of them, and then we're going to get more, and then the plan is the expectancy of them, we're not going to have them as long anymore. These cows, I wanted to get as big as I could and then get rid of them. But I just can't get them any bigger. And with the silage feed that we're going to do, that might help out a little bit. We switched up some feed things. So anyway, that's the plan. And next episode, we'll be doing all that. We'll be taking care of our cows, getting rid of a lot. I would say probably most likely selling all the old Holsteins here, that 42 months. We'll be selling them, and then selling our male calves here. They're 4 months old now, and then these are the ones that we just took out of the hutches. Actually, there's 8. I thought there was 9, but there's 8 of them. We take them out of the hutches here, last episode there. So yeah, that is everything as far as cattle goes. Keep you guys up to date. I don't show much of that, which I'm going to start doing a little bit more of, being I'm really into that side of things. With that, 8410 is parked. I got it fueled up, and I just got to unload them round bales, which I'll do on my own time. That being said, we appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying this. Once again, we're back grinding on American Dairy Farm, keeping the farm running, and we need to focus on our cows more and get things situated with them. And then we're going to be doing pretty well. Right now, we're making about 7,000 a week on milk. Even with them, some of them cows drying up, we're still making a good profit. I'll show you that here in a minute. So here is our finances. This is what I look at all the time to see where we're at. So you can see the months here. We are sold milk where we at. So February we didn't do too hot. We had some things happen. March we didn't. We moved some cows around and stuff like that. So that number I think is not as accurate. We made more than that. April we started going back up. We made the 55.79 on that, and for May we made 15.70. So them three numbers there are terrible. I mean, that's for the whole month. I mean, that's just, you can't make obviously a living off that. But a lot of that has issues with the feed, and then some of the cows we moved around, and I had to move back. It was just kind of a little confusing for the game, I think. So that's why it gave us a lower number. But that should be higher. Sold bales, made 48,000 in March on that. But June so far, which is still a June now, we've already made basically $11,000 off milk. So for the month of June, so doing really good right now. And we're going to be doing better once we get them older cows out that are drying up and we get some new cows in there. So, all right, that is the finances, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one.